So I've just finished a couple of videos where I was talking about the immigration figures that were released, celebrated by the Labour government, and a Pakistani Muslim, Shabana Mahmood, our current Home Secretary, in which she is, again, lauding the Labour Party over their ability to reduce the numbers. I mean, when you look into the numbers, they're pretty much exactly the same. It's just they've put into the people leaving this country a huge swathe of British people that have left and said that, well, look at us, we're getting rid of them. Actually, yeah, it's the very young 18 to 35-year-old British people, native British people that are leaving. They've put those into the numbers and they're celebrating the fact that numbers go down. Yeah, the wrong numbers are going down, the wrong ones. Whereas the ones we actually don't want in this country, they've maintained at a steady rate around about 1 million. 1 million people that don't belong in this country arrived during the last year. Lots of celebrations anyway. Let's just ignore the fact that it's just destroying the country. Thanks, Shabana. Thank you. Meanwhile, that's a real headline. They didn't talk about that, did they, on the BBC? More than 53,000 illegal migrants are missing. Just fucking missing. Oop, where are they? I don't know. I'm the Labour Party government. Anyway, we got net migration down. Let's all have a party. Don't talk about it. Don't look into that too much. You fucking racist. Anyway, leaked Home Office documents suggest the whereabouts of tens of thousands of boat bastards are unknown. So when they're celebrating these figures, and you look around, you go outside of your house, you're like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a win to me. In fact, I think very soon, people will start taking pictures of me as I walk down the street going, holy fucking shit, was that a white guy? There's a white guy over there, in England! Let's try not to lose it early on in the video. Let's keep going. More than 53,000 illegal migrants have absconded, just fucked off, and are missing according to internal Home Office figures. And that's probably a low ball, isn't it, guys? Because they've hidden this. What else are they hiding? So that's probably a low ball figure. It might be in the hundreds of thousands. Who fucking knows? A leaked document headed "Absconder Pool." Oh, fuck it. Suggests that as of October, there are 53,298 migrants who have breached their immigration bail or escaped from detention whose whereabouts are unknown. Well, I've got some places you could probably look. How about the entirety of fucking Birmingham? Stoke, Luton, Bradford. I mean, I could go on, guys, but I reckon they're not in leafy white suburbs, are they? A further 736 foreign offenders have also absconded or gone missing. So these are actual violent criminals that just, oop, where did they go? I don't know. I'm the police. Let's get rid of more police officers. Honestly, guys, the shit that's happening in the UK, if you're outside of the UK looking in, the British people do not want this. We're not doing this to ourselves. We have desperately tried everything we can, bar violent revolution, to try and stop this. We have done everything we can to try and stop this. It's being done to us, okay? So, 736 foreign offenders have also absconded and gone missing after being released from prison or from detention, according to the data. So instead of deporting them, they just release them onto the streets and they're just like, oh, where did that guy go? Never mind, let's just focus on something else, like who's making a naughty tweet. Let's go arrest Granny over there for saying that she fucking wants abortions stopped or something like this. Most people are believed to be, most of those were facing deportation, so they didn't even bother. You can't make it up. The figures have been obtained from a whistleblower by Rupert Lowe MP. Again, Rupert Lowe is doing amazing work. Thank you very much to this man. A lot of people in my comments say, well, maybe he's working for MI5 and he's really secretly hating the... Fuck off. He's one of the only good ones, all right? Who was formerly a member of Nigel Farage's Reform Party. Yeah, before Nigel Farage and Mohammed Yusuf tried to frame him and get him arrested and destroy his career for spurious claims that didn't even exist. So Good luck trying to expect the country to change by voting for reform. Anyway, the Home Office has refused to confirm whether the figures are accurate, so they probably definitely are then, saying it does not comment on speculation. It doesn't comment on shit, does it? In fact, it actively covers things up. However, the numbers corresponded to similar data previously revealed by the Chief Inspector of Borders and Immigration in a 2016 report, when there were almost 60,000 absconders. And this mounts up. Like, did they find those guys? Is this an added? Are these extra absconders that have been added on to that 60,000? Is it now what, 120,000 people, fucking boat bastards and violent criminals that the government has no idea where they are? I would check the local parks and schools if I was you. I mean, that's the first place I'd look. Mr. Law, the independent MP for Great Yarmouth, said, in fact, we'll get to that in a sec. Get to that. We're going to have a look at his comments. Mobile phones should be tracked. What? Yeah, okay. I know what this is going to. I know exactly where they're going to go with this. We've accidentally let all of these criminals into your local areas and communities, and the only way that we can, that I can think of, the only way that we could possibly try and get a handle on this is if everyone signs up to a digital ID. That's the only way we can't solve it any other way, guys. This is just going to keep happening unless you sign up to a digital ID. I mean, I don't know why the fucking criminals would do that. I don't know why the boat bastards would do that. I don't know why people that would be released from prison for doing something pretty bad would then decide to, voluntarily sign up to a digital ID. Why would they allow themselves to be tracked? We all know where this is going, guys. Mr. Smith suggested that the Home Office should make better use of technology to track and identify missing migrants via their mobile phones. Yeah, I can't think of a single thing that would get around that, unless they just went, oh, look at this, fuck that phone, let's get a new one. Wow, I'm a genius, I've got around the system. For example, despite sensitivities of, all right, so they don't want to do that over human rights issues. They're letting these people in the country, they commit crimes, they send them to prison, and then they just let them disappear, but they don't want to track them because of human rights issues. The illegal people in our country have more human rights than the native people. There is technology we should be exploring to see if there is more we can do in the black economy to identify people they are employing. Under Operation Sterling, the government has invested £5 million in immigration enforcement to target, arrest, detain, deport and return illegal workers in takeaways, fast food delivery services, beauty salons and car washes. How's that going? I think that is probably complete bullshit. Waste of money. More than 8,000 illegal migrants were arrested in... What? More than 8,000 illegal migrants were arrested in 11,000 raids by immigration enforcement from October 2024 to September 2025. That represented a 63% increase in arrests year on year. What is the point in arresting them if you just let them go and then don't track them? It seems like this is all just a misdirection. A Home Office spokesman said under this government, returns of people with no right to remain in the UK have surged, he says, with almost 50,000 people removed, up 23%. How many people get smuggled into the country every month? Actually, it's about 1,000 every week, right? So over the year, I think there's about 1,000 boat bastards that come every week. It might be like every day. I can't remember the exact figures. I know it's massive, but that's got nothing on the legal migrants, the people that come over here on student visas and then just stay, the people that come over on the holiday visas and then just live in the black economy, as they call it, and don't bother fucking returning. How many of those people are in this country? All you have to do is walk out your house, see with your own eyes that this country is swamped. Last week, the Home Secretary announced the most sweeping reforms to tackle illegal migration in modern times. Absolute shite. These people make Britain a less attractive destination for illegal migrants. So these will make Britain a less attractive destination for illegal migrants and will make it easier to remove and deport them. Why would they... Like, everything they say is just a total lie. Why would they care about measures that you're putting in place when they do not respect the law? They will just abscond and go missing. This is all about targeting you and me and making sure that if we deem it within ourselves to criticize the government, well, having a digital ID where they can just shut off your bank account or make sure that you can't get a job is probably a good way of controlling you and me, not really controlling them. The Home Office guidance defines an absconder as someone who has escaped from immigration enforcement, detention, or breached the conditions of their bail. Their whereabouts are unknown, and all mandatory procedures to re-establish contact, such as email and phone contact. So they're trying to contact them on the phones that they want to use to track them, but they can't. The very system that they want to bring in place to track these people, they're currently using to try and track them, and it doesn't work. The Home Office has a dedicated tracing capability team who work with the police, other government agencies and commercial companies to trace absconders. Well, they're doing a shitty job. Where they obtain contacts or location details, they can deploy an enforcement team. Well, I just don't think it's working very well, do you guys? Anyway, let's listen to what Rupert Lowe says on this, the guy that is the whistleblower on this story, I guess.
The thing that's really got me incandescent this morning, as you probably saw, it's not just these 53,000, I don't call them asylum seekers, economic migrants who...
Boat bastards.
Have absconded from the asylum hotels. The thing that's really got me vexed this morning is the fact that 736 foreign criminals who are about to be deported have absconded before deportation.
Mental.
And it's worse than that, Mark, because through my parliamentary office, as you know, which is a lot of the source for the information, as an MP, I can ask various government departments for information. I'm allowed 20 questions a day. As you know, I've been making full use of that. And we uncovered this particular issue because we asked loads of questions, and we specifically asked about how many foreign prisoners have absconded before deportation. We've actually asked that question, and we were told there was no data available. Now, because of what we're doing...
They lied? No! No way! Shabana Mahmood and the UK government lied to you about immigration figures and about tackling it? No! You know what shocks me is people still think that these motherfuckers tell the truth.
We've got multiple whistleblowers from within the Foreign Office, the Home Office, a lot of government departments, because there are still, as I hope there would be, a bedrock of very decent people working in Britain. And we've set up a whistleblowing line that completely protects them, run by a chap called Lewis Brackpool. So we ultimately, I was told a lie by Alex Norris from...
Ooh, who's Alex Norris? Let's find out who that fucking traitor is. Ah, look at this fat little quisling. The no-chin piece of shit. The goggly-eyed twat. Look at him. Alex Norris. Burn that face into your memory. This guy's a traitor of the country. I mean, he looks like one, doesn't he? I'm guessing he's gay, right, by the way, or enjoys young boys or something. That's just speculation, YouTube. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's a nonce. I'm just saying he looks like one.
From the Home Office, that they didn't hold the data. We now know they do hold the data, and they haven't disputed it. Equally, they haven't disputed the data that you just mentioned on the 53,000 people who've absconded from asylum hotels. Now, the Home Office's job, its primary role, is to keep the British people safe. That's its job. That's what it states in its, if you like, sort of modus operandi.
Yeah.
I would argue that letting 736 foreign criminals abscond before deportation is at best, I mean, how do you describe it? It's just...
treason. It's treason. That's how I'd describe it, as treason.
extraordinary. And I think, until people who are in charge of this start to go to prison for allowing this sort of thing to happen, it's going to go on, Mark. It is such a dereliction of duty that, it is almost treason.
It is treason. Well done, you got there.
Just can't believe that can happen. How does it happen?
It's gross misconduct in office, isn't it?
No, it's fucking treason.
And then lying to an elected MP. I mean, the MPs I know have been undermined and denigrated by the quangos, the regulators, by all of the various organs of the state, the judiciary, which is now not accountable to Parliament as it used to be, to the Lord Chancellor. I think it's still unacceptable. If MPs ask questions, they are, after all, the elected representatives of the British people. Most decisions, or all decisions in my view.
So they've broken their mandate, the government is illegitimate, and it's working against the interests of the British people. They have no legitimate right to be in power. That's it. They've broken their mandate, guys. They're acting against the interests of the people.
It should come from the House of Commons. Those are the people's elected representatives. They should be omnipotent. And we've been undermined. But even so, to lie to an MP from the Home Office in this case, I mean, what do you think? I think it's quite extraordinary, and I think heads should roll. The thing that's
classic English understatement there. What do you guys think? Do you think it's treason? Do you think the government has broken its mandate to the people? Do you think they have any legitimacy left? And what do you think we should do about it? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you later.